Welcome to my channel. Today, we will read from the Argesto Mail subreddit, so let's jump into it. The Nightlight. We had this old yellow nightlight that looked like a candle that my daughter refused to sleep without. My wife and I thought it was ridiculous that she was still using it at 10 years old, but whatever makes her happy. It wasn't until about a month ago that we finally convinced her to stop using it. She had an incident where she left it on when she went to the bathroom and nearly set the house on fire. She admitted that she did even want to get out of bed and go to the bathroom in the dark like a big girl. So we told her that if she was going to continue using the nightlight, she needed to move it into the bathroom with her. She agreed, and we installed it for her. Then, last week, my son moved into her old room because she's getting a makeover, and he loves having the nightlight in his room. Problem is, he refuses to sleep in his own bed. He insists on sleeping in the crib that we had already taken apart and put in storage. My wife and I tried explaining to him that he can't sleep in the crib anymore, but he just cries and says that he needs the nightlight or else he'll be scared of the dark. So we gave in and put the crib back together just so he could sleep in it while using the nightlight. Well, today we had to take the nightlight down because my wife and I were woken up by smoke. Apparently, our 4-year-old son left the nightlight on and fell asleep with a blanket on top of it. Luckily, I was able to blow out the flames before it got too bad. But now the nightlight is burnt and the smoke detector is dead. We put the nightlight back in the bathroom and explained to both kids that no more blankets on the nightlight, and that the smoke detector will only work if it's not covered by a blanket. Then my daughter came downstairs for breakfast and asked why the nightlight was in the bathroom. I explained that the nightlight is for the whole house, not just her room, and that since she's a big girl, she doesn't need to use it anymore. She started crying and said that she's scared of the dark and wanted to move the nightlight back into her room. My wife and I looked at each other and said, "Oh God, here we go again," but we agreed to move the nightlight back into her room. After all, it's not like it's a fire hazard or anything. As I was carrying the nightlight out of the bathroom, I heard my son say, "Wait, does this mean I have to stop using the nightlight?" And then my daughter said, "Yep, sorry, buddy, you're not a baby anymore." Then my son started crying and asked if he could at least keep the crib so he could feel safe. My daughter said, "Nope, the crib is mine and you have to sleep in your big boy bed." And my son replied, "But I want the nightlight and the crib." And my daughter said, "Too bad, you can't have either one." And I felt kind of bad for the kid, but my daughter hasn't had a fire since she was 2, so I think she's pretty safe. But what do you think? Am I the butthole for letting my daughter bully my son?